gosh.
No.
And to surprise you, I am here on time, and my chest hair is fully popping out of my shirt. You're welcome.
And are we unmuted?
Yeah, I did that before I even started.
I don't know your life. Well, I do know your life. This is why I asked you if it was unmuted.
Because the last couple I done fucked it up.
Good
no.
So, this is... I lost count of how many episodes because I misnumbered a couple of them. So this is episode whatever you want it to be. And it's your Wednesday night conversation. Tonight, let's talk about how to make self-isolation more manageable. I didn't change the part in there, but we'll talk. I'm already heated. Okay, all right. We got some things to talk about, like the latest in current events, and our special guest, Serra Tonan, and more. This is Let's Have a Fefe.
Myself so that I'm more centered.
I can move you. I just can't move you too much because Serra is like perfect where she's at.
No, I'll make the adjustments. That's fine.
Anything. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. I'm Felicia, Fefe Minor. And I'm actually ready on time. I'm trying to think, did I forget something? Am I supposed to be somewhere?
Probably.
And Freddy, you are wearing my favorite color. And if you ever say that you don't have pink ever again, I think you're a liar.
It's hard for me to find pink. I don't have a lot of pink. I have some pink, but the pink I have isn't always appropriate for everything, you know? So it's like...
I don't understand.
Words. Those words that came together, and I'm not quite sure how they fit into a sentence.
No. So Freddy. And then we have tonight's special guest, Serra Tonan, who is Miss Cruisin 7th and president of Trans Spectrum of Arizona. We are Arizona's longest running drag live stream. We're more than just the gossip. Though I gossip. It's the issues that matter most to you. Share this episode. Share this episode. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And I had the option to stream on LinkedIn. Let's see how long we stay on LinkedIn, because sometimes we're not LinkedIn level. You know, that's right. Squeaky clean. We're up here in the down and dirty. You know, just... I don't know. So, we are brought to you by Wigs of a Kind and The Burly Barber. You can find Wigs of a Kind on Facebook. Or find Marissa Sanchez on Facebook. The Burly Barber is working on some things. So hopefully they'll be open in like June, July. Sometime.
I'm okay with them staying closed. Like, I'd rather them be safe, especially with all the...
I am not disagreeing whatsoever. We are also brought to you by the most amazing support. Okay. So, Freddie, are you ready for this?
Yes.
We have, like, 8 people supporting us right now.
Do we really?
Yeah.
I know that doesn't seem like a lot for folks, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Like, that's like...
I'm one of those people that once we get to, like, a number that is, like, can we round it up?
Right.
You want double digits?
I'm like, can we round it up? Can we get a 10? Can I get 10? Can I get 2 more? You can pledge $1 a month. That's all.
Right?
That's all. And we give you all the exclusives.
Like I'm okay with that. Like I'm you know what? 8 is still more than
0.
I would have. Right, you know.
We were sitting at 0 for a little bit.
Like, it's not about the numbers. It's like, oh my God, people, like what we do and people support us, and I think that's fantastic.
I'm definitely not a vanity. The number of people that follow is not my.
No.
Especially since I do this for a living. Anyway,
right.
We are brought to you by Patreon supporters like Allison, Best, and Brandon, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Joan, Leanne, and Patricia Mason. I think Corey and Carrie, I think I put them together because they have one membership, and I think maybe Best and Brandon do too. I don't know.
It's possible. Yeah.
There's somebody out there floating that I probably didn't count. You can support us today at patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe. We are also... Did I load that? I didn't load it. I did not.
Again?
I made it this time, though.
Oh, well, I guess that's a step.
But you can also... so we got pre-orders from Jake, Logan... That's it. 2 people. Who want to order... Yes, and Kat is waiting for me. She is waiting for me to say, here is the names, the sizes, all of that. So, if you want to order a shirt, be sure to message me or Freddy your size. If you want a crew, V-neck, or tank, I will try to load it sometime during the episode, and you can see what the shirt looks like. It's purple. Our colors are purple. And it has the white logo on top. Kind of like the screen,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's that color.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
Pretty much, yeah.
You can also, if you don't want to buy a shirt, you can also put the amount you would pay for a shirt in our virtual tip jar, and you can do that at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fefe. It's right there at the bottom of the screen, right there.
Right.
It rotates the whole episode in case you forget.
Right in case you miss it the first time, it just keeps going.
The Patreon is right here, right there. In case you forgot. It's okay. What you do this weekend, Freddie?
So, I'm kind of excited. I got new art last week, which I posted. I posted the picture of what I got in the comments, but I'm really excited about it. It's super cool. It's by Unicorn Color Therapy. The artist is Jack McNeil, and he is...
I like his name.
Yeah, he's actually one of Pepper's partners. And he's a super, super cool dude, and he makes the most amazing art out of melted crayons.
Oh, wow.
And he... so, have you noticed the Burley Barber? When you go in the Burley Barber,
mm-hmm.
they have... they've shown you the lava lamp.
Mm-hmm. And
which is not a lava lamp. It's actually it's a butt plug. It's hanging on the wall, and Jack made that. And Visa's logo.
Mm-hmm.
Jack made that too.
Oh wow!
So, I knew that I wanted something sort of on the erotic side, and I'm like, all right, well, I know he's done the butt plug, so that could be kind of cool. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh no, wait, what about a dildo? So I sent him some pictures of some different products and stuff so you can get the silhouette,
mm-hmm.
which is where you got the silhouette for the piece. It's really fantastic. It's hanging in my bedroom. I absolutely love it.
Oh, you
Go
got
check
it
it
already?
out. Unicorn. What?
You got it already?
Yeah, he dropped it off.
Oh wow!
So did, in fact. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hang on. Where's
Tell me it couldn't be.
Wait for it. Wait, I gotta find the thing. Okay, hold on. Ready? Oh! I got my glasses from Pepper, finally. It's 87 years.
87?
87
That's a long freaking time.
We're only 150. God damn.
87 years. But they're really fucking cool, huh?
They are cool.
I love them. Does it
And they're stoned. They're actually stoned really well. They've got like fucking 10s on them, so they're tiny. So they're stoned really well. But I'm really cool. I'm really excited I got them. I've been waiting for these forever. Ever since I saw Visa wearing them when he was hosting, I was like, I need those.
What's that? That was like in December.
So I did a few things like the last week or so. I had a virtual trash TV date.
And if you know Freddy, this is not a surprise.
No, it's fantastic. It's a great way to like you don't even have to think about it. So it's not like you don't have any deep TV or a deep movie or anything. So we got together and we did the Netflix party and we started watching Married at First Sight.
Oh,
which
Lord. Trainwreck Central.
Yep, it's awesome.
No.
And it's great. We get to watch it and we have like a running commentary through it. It's fantastic.
Okay. That may make it more interesting.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. Like it's not like sitting and watching. Like it's literally like we're like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like oh wait, and like this the season they have on Netflix is season 9. There's like a 27-year-old virgin. Like this, yeah. It's interesting for sure. And a group of us got together. We did a virtual Cards Against Humanity on Saturday night, which was kind of nice because Saturday I was kind of feeling. Like I went and brought cookies to a friend and went to the Dollar Tree and stuff, but I was feeling just kind of blah. Like I was like, I should be doing a video, but I don't. I'm just uninspired and just feel bleh. So I didn't. So playing virtual like Cards Against Humanity was it was fun.
So do each of you have to have a card set?
Nope. It's all online, all of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really cool. It's all online, with different like expansion packs and everything. Like and you can play with up to like 50 people, which is a little crazy, but like it was good fun. It was a good chill kind of couple of hours to just fuck around and whatever. Had a virtual happy hour last night, which was fun. I finally felt creative last night, and I made a video. And I finished editing it today, and I am so fucking excited. I'm so proud of myself with the way that it came out. Like,
and so it doesn't sound like you're bragging just about this video. I will say that I contest that this was well done. Well done.
Everybody, I've never claimed to be an expert when it comes to editing video or anything like that. And it's like I'm not bothered about it, you know what I mean? But I had a concept in my head of how I wanted this to look, and the fact that it came out pretty much exactly what I saw in my head, I'm patting myself on the back for that one. Mm-hmm. And you can see it this weekend, and you can see it next weekend, and then after that, I will post it online so everybody can watch it. But I was really happy about the way that came out. So also on Saturday, like I said, I went and brought cookies to a friend, and then I went to the Dollar Tree. I went to the Dollar Tree for 2 things.
Oh, look at that! What does that say? It says, "I am now a sponsor of Let's Have a Fefe." What did that come from? What?
I walked into Dollar Tree. I needed a pack of AA batteries, and I needed a pack of AAA batteries, and I walked out with a cart full of shit.
Oh, isn't that how it always goes? We now have 9 patrons. Or patrons.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Who was that? Who's our
Kimberly Morris.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Kimberly. And oh my god, totally random. I discovered today that my phone has speakers on either end of it, so it's like there's surround sound. It was really weird because I was watching back my video and I was like, why is it? And I'm like listening, and then I flipped it around and I was like, huh. Yeah, I got speakers on both ends of my phone. Yes, high tech.
Well, see, the funny thing, at first when you put that on here, I was like, duh, it has speakers. But, you know how, like, phones used to come with, like, the little thing, and it used to point to what things were, and yada, yada, yada? I thought about it. It doesn't come with that anymore. A lot of phones...
Not really, no.
They just come with, like, a flat thing that says, here's your phone, quick start guide, let's go. That's it.
Right.
And most phones, the speakers are usually either on one end or the other, not on both.
I don't have them on both sides.
Yeah, see, most of them don't. Most of them only have it usually on the bottom, which I think is dumb. Why the fuck would you put speakers on the bottom? But whatever.
My biggest complaint is that the microphone doesn't... Why phones don't have 2 microphones, because when people are on live, they go like this.
Right.
And then you don't hear them for like 30 seconds, and they're like, what? What?
Right.
Huh? What?
Because it's all covered That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know. Stupid. What did you do this weekend, Felicia?
Well, big announcement. Because I'm gonna be that grandma that I think is going to just. I'm gonna spoil her.
Oh, God.
So, baby girl Liliana took her first steps today on her own.
Yeah.
On her own. Oh my gosh. But I was so in shock that I didn't record it. I was like,
oh, boo!
Oh, grandma.
Boo!
I know. I'll have the memory for forever, but oh my gosh.
I also think it's kind of funny that she was walking away from y'all. She's like, nope.
She did. She was like, I've had about enough. Gotta get up and get out of here. And I was like, what? Let's see. I started to record my video for a Serra Tonan show, which is June 5th.
June 5th?
Yes. Queens of AZ. I think, my worst enemy because I recorded, like, I don't know how many times I did takes, and I was like, this is awful. You're horrible.
Do you need some help? I am now a videographer, and I can help you.
No.
If you need some assistance, I can lend you my expertise, and I can give you some ideas.
Expertise?
And, help you with the editing
oh my
thing.
god. Oh my god. So
I mean, he is a professional, so you know.
I am. Yep, it's on my resume.
I'm done. Anyway, so I did finally get some takes that I was okay with, but I still have to work on the other part of my video that we talked about. Not you all, but me and Freddy.
Oh yeah.
But also, we're raising money for Southwest Center for HIV and AIDS, and I believe that the fundraiser is on the page if you want to click donate.
It is.
We're at 100. We're halfway there. We can get. I mean, Nicole did it last week. She did $10. Then I got $20, and then somebody else did $10. It was, and now I'm at 100. So I know somebody's got 100 on. You just don't need it right now. So.
Right. I mean, like, what are you gonna spend it on, right? Like.
Though I did see a palette this weekend that I keep going back to the page. Have you guys ever done that? I'm like, ooh, I can.
So I did that with the Kesha Rose palette. I kept going back, and it came out like right around, like it came out at the first of the year, and like for 2 months I kept going back. Ooh, and then my birthday was in March, so I was like, yeah, this is a birthday present.
Yeah.
I'm like still trying to convince myself. I'm like, ooh, Father's Day is coming up.
All right, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
So we're halfway there for Southwest. Went to the store. Wait, let me back up. So yesterday I recorded for Drag Talk with ArizonaDrag.com. So that I think that comes out tomorrow. Edward, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember.
Oh, he actually asked you? That's nice. Ooh.
It was more of like I asked, when can I be? But he was gracious enough to let me. Edward, I hear some hmms. You might want to check in with some people. Some hmms have gone. So, I think that's the booking. That usually sounds like the booking that I give when people are like, oh, I booked him in the show. And I'm like, oh, but, because this kind of segues into what we're going to talk about here in a minute. So I went to the store, and then I had to go to work for a short period of time last week. And I want to say that I am okay with not being okay with coronavirus. I am okay with wearing my mask wherever I please out in public. I
Mhm.
want to say, if you have experienced this, you are not imagining it, and it is real. Mask shaming
Mhm.
is real. From the looks, like why are you wearing that?
Oh yeah, oh, for sure.
To like, really, you don't have to wear that. So one instance is where I was approached by somebody and said, "Don't worry, I don't have it." Okay, beach.
First of all, how the fuck do you know?
Yeah. So you have a mobile test kit that you're just popping out every few minutes? What?
I was like, okay, I'm not being over dramatic. You're being underprotected. And it was so. I wanted to. I'm not a violent person, but I was like, you need to get away from me. So also, this person was in my. So I already have a problem. Before all this COVID business happened, I already had a problem. Like, if I didn't know you and you weren't comfortable, like I didn't let you into my bubble, you ain't getting into my bubble. Okay? So, and this guy was like, and I kept my mask on, and
he was a close talker. Oh my god, I hate those.
And I was like, and I kept my mask on while I was talking to him, and I'm like, you should get the hint. If I have not pulled this thing down, you are too close. Why are you so close? And so, just be aware that mask shaming is real.
Oh, I forgot to tell my story.
Oh.
So, real quick, because oh my fucking god, okay? So, I live in a sketchy part of town.
Slightly.
It's fine. It's fine. I have lived in worse areas. It's not a big deal. You figure it out. You maneuver. It's fine. I'm very conscious in this part of town with things like calling the cops and whatnot because I am the minority. Let's put it that way. So I live in a condo complex. Majority of the folks that live here are people of color. There's a large population of blacks and Hispanics. A handful of white people, but we're definitely nowhere near the majority here. So I'm working and I log off at 3. And for the last, I don't know, God, it was like at least an hour, I'm hearing somebody's fucking car alarm going off outside. And I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? I go outside to take the dogs out after work, and this fucking tool of a neighbor who was a tool when he lived above me, and now he lives like across the complex, and he's still a fucking tool. He is out there standing with this like little kid that's probably maybe 7 or 8 years old, right? And he's purposefully setting off his car alarm. Why is he purposely setting off his car alarm? Because the pool is still locked, and he just wants to fucking go swimming. And the guy that has the key for the padlock lives right there.
However, oh my god.
Wow.
He's not home. The guy with the key, first of all, isn't fucking home. So he keeps setting off his car alarm because he's protesting, is what he says. And every time the car alarm stops for a second, the little kid yells, "Open the fucking pool."
The kid?
The kid.
Not the adult?
I'm sitting there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? He literally sat there. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? He's like, I just want to fucking swim. I'm like, he's not even home, man. What the hell? Like, can you not? You're bothering literally the entire fucking neighborhood. He's like, I'm just fucking protesting, man. Blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my God. So I walk the dogs. Another like older neighbor comes down. He's like, man, what are you doing? He's like, he's not opening the fucking pool. He's like, he's not home, you dickweed. Not fucking home. He can't open it. He couldn't open it even if he wanted to. He's not home, shithead. He's like, whatever, man. I've got all fucking day. He's like, well, I can't fucking sleep because of you. I don't care, man. It's my right to fucking protest. Unfucking believable. So he keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And it's like another hour passes and he's still doing it. Finally, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm calling the cops. I don't care. He's white. This dude is white. All right.
Mm.
So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm calling the cops.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Right? I mean, seriously. I'm like, right off the bat, I'm like, fuck this. I'm calling the fucking cops. So I call the cops and I'm like, look, I've seen this guy get fucking crazy. I've seen him get violent. I've seen him go off on people. And so they're like, all right, we'll send somebody out. So I'm sitting here and I can watch outside my patio. I can see everything that's happening. He is literally right outside my door.
Where's your car
In
at?
fact, my car is parked right in front of his.
Oh, Lord.
Right. At one point, he actually reverses and backs up and ends up right in front of my fucking unit. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I'm watching him the entire fucking time. And about, I want to say 15 minutes or so after I called 911, because I'm like, look, this guy's usually armed. I've seen him get crazy. You need to send somebody out. I see a cop car drive. Their windows are down. They look at him. I'm like, okay, good.
They drove
And
off. Sons of
and I wait, and they didn't do a goddamn fucking thing. So I waited another almost an hour, called back, and I was like, all right, guys, what the fuck? I've already
Is he still out there an hour later?
He's still fucking out there an hour later. I'm watching him get into altercations with neighbors from across the fucking street. I'm watching all of this go down. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? I call the cops back, and I'm like, I've already called. I don't understand why the fuck nobody. Oh, well, we sent somebody out. I'm like, yeah, I know. I saw the cops. They looked at him and then just drove off.
It was the mall
And he's
patrol
still
that
fucking
rolled
going.
by.
And they're like, all right, well, we'll make sure we send somebody out. So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. It was probably about another hour. I'm still waiting my face on. It was another hour. He finally stopped. And then about 20 minutes after he actually stopped, cops roll up. They rolled up at, it was 5:44 when they rolled up. They left at 5:47.
What?
Yep. I was like, awesome. So I'm totally waiting for him to start back up again at any point, because he'll probably wait until like the middle of the night and then just start up again, because that's the kind of dick that he is. So yeah, welcome to my fucking world. I was like, are you kidding me right now? This is bullshit.
Well, you were talking about trash TV. Look, go record it, put it on YouTube, make your coins.
Ridiculous. So, Sarah, how was your weekend?
Pretty good actually. I made a coffin.
As one does. It's,
Just take one of those things you do. You get bored, you make coffins. My ma'am, Brooklyn Diaz, is performing in my AZ Queen show that I have for June 5th, and she needed a coffin prop, so I put it together for her.
Nice.
Wow. Just
Seems
random.
like a disgusting way to
If anybody needs a coffin, just call Sarah.
You know what? By the end of this, there may be lots of people that may need a coffin.
Whoa!
I really like doing woodworking projects. I mean, like you've seen, I made the wig stands and I've made my crown box and that kind of stuff. It's honestly, that's how I've kept busy.
Some legit stuff.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's good. Hobbies are good.
They keep you busy.
Because, man, right now everybody needs something, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that actually works into my tip for tonight. So, with everything that is going on, there seems to be what's the word I'm looking for? There seems to be an expectation that everybody has to be okay with everything. You have to be fine. Everything has to be fine. You have to be fine. You have to just deal with what's going on. And here's the thing. It's okay to not be okay. Things are still crazy. Things are not under control. If anybody's paying any attention, which obviously our governor is not, things are not okay. Like all over the country, things are opening up and people are going back to work, but none of this is under control. We have nothing under control. None of it. We go out to grocery stores and see fewer and fewer people taking precautions, wearing masks, doing anything. Like I went out over the weekend, I was like, oh my God, there's literally nobody wearing a mask. Great, awesome. And like like Felicia said, you know, it's okay to be nervous and it's okay to be scared because you know what, this shit is scary.
Mhm.
The thing is you have to kind of put those boundaries up, and you know, don't let anyone shame you for continuing to stay home and take other safety precautions. I'm not going anywhere. Fuck all of you. I don't care. I don't fuck. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I'm staying the fuck home.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know, don't let anyone make you feel guilty for staying safe and for trying to keep, you know, you and your loved ones safe and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people that are trying to, you know, guilt you into, you know, oh well, you know, we should go out to dinner, and you know, no. It's like, no fucking way. You know, don't let anyone, you know, try to shame you for not going out to eat or going to the bars when they open up, because it sure as fuck looks like the bars are going to start opening up real quick here. You know, and your safety, your family's safety is really what matters. Fuck the fucking sheeple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, it's open, so I have to go out. No, you don't.
All of the things. All at
like,
once.
You know, I'm not going out anytime soon, and no one's gonna make me feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Don't give a fuck. You know, and bad days are normal, and bad days are okay. Days that you don't feel like being productive are okay. Days when you don't feel like being the strong one are okay. You know, the check on the friends that keep checking up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the friends that keep checking up on you are the ones that keep putting their own shit aside to make sure that you're doing okay. And that is hard to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
That is really hard to keep up. So if you have somebody that, you know, message you every day or even every other day, hey, just making sure you're doing all right, how are you doing, whatever, I guarantee you that person is struggling far more than they will admit, because they're trying to be strong for everybody else, and it's fucking hard. Nothing about this is normal, and you are allowed to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. You are allowed to feel it. What is my fucking cat doing? You are allowed to feel it.
So I want to reiterate on that a little bit. So a lot of us who are service people, who are people, you know, in that dynamic, we don't have that ability to serve our friends and to serve the people that we care about, because we're tied to our own domicile. And so when we do reach out to you, it's because we care, and it's because we want to make sure that you're still taken care of, because that gives us joy, and that gives us the ability to keep going that day.
Right. And like me, I'm not like, service isn't what keeps me going, but I'm a nurturer. So I, you know, I'm the dad friend. I'm the one that, you know, I make sure that you know, people are doing okay, and hey, is there anything you need, or you know, is there, and it's yeah. It's there's been a couple of rough days. Like I said, Saturday I wasn't feeling it at all. I was like, I just kind of stayed in my bubble, and until like you know, after I got home, and then between getting home and you know, the Cards Against Humanity, I was like, I don't really want to talk to people. I don't really want to, like, I just yeah, you know. So yeah. It's rough, but don't let anybody make you feel bad for taking care of yourself and for, you know, making your safety a priority, because the people that are making you feel bad, fuck them. All right, what have we got for current events?
So we lost a lot of legends this week.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
That was and forgive me if I forgot anybody. So hold on. Let me switch it over. So first, and I didn't put them in order of how we lost them or order of when we lost them. I put them in order of like oldest, because I felt like it was kind of more respectful, I guess. I don't know. So we have Jerry Stiller, right? Stiller?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ben Stiller's dad. And he was popular like and early in his career, but regained fame by being the dad on Seinfeld. He was on a whole lot of things after that, but generations now may know him more for, Seinfeld and that.
King of Queens is probably what.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And then we have Little Richard, who was just out there, and he paved the way for a lot of people. He was very flamboyant when flamboyancy was not the tea.
Not the norm.
Yeah.
Struggled with a lot of. I think he had a lot of inner demons towards the end there.
So
yeah, he made some really, really crappy comments later in his life.
So I did read some articles where in like 1995 he said, "All I am is gay," and then like a couple months ago,
It wasn't that long ago. It was a little bit ago.
He said something very homophobic, very just like
very transphobic, very homophobic.
Yeah.
And I think that he struggled a lot with the balance between who he was and his faith. I think that because he went to the seminary, he was he was a preacher, and he was also flamboyant as fuck.
Yeah.
And he was very his sexuality was very much out there and very kind of ambiguous in a lot of ways, and I think that he really struggled
at a time when that wasn't when people weren't out.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because he was fine with it then.
Yeah.
It was only later that he struggled with it, and that was it's really unfortunate, and it's hard when you see somebody kind of do a 180 like that, but you try to, like, it's one thing if they were like that for a long time, but I really think that it was an issue with him balancing his faith and who he was. So
yeah,
I mean, very very similar to what Prince did later in his life.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Early in Prince's career, very ambiguous, very flamboyant and out there, and then later in his life, was gay is wrong, and this is made comments that were just, wow, dude, come on, you were my inspiration, come on,
right? Yeah, like what the fuck, man? Like, seriously, yeah. And it's rough when that happens, because you're like, what?
Yeah. So, that was one. There is if anybody's interested, there is an article, and I don't remember. It talks about him being queer, flamboyant, and holy. I think that's the three words they used in the title of the article, and it lays it out pretty well about how he was feeling up into his later years. So we lost another one. We lost Betty Wright, and if anybody is wondering who that is, the cleanup woman. She wrote a lot of hits that kind of led into the soulful. There was a whole bunch of tributes for her online, like Kelly Rowland, Destiny's Michelle from Destiny's Child, and Beyonce, and just a whole bunch of people that said, you know what, thank you for paving the way for me to
do what I do.
Do what I do. So you cannot. For me, I've been listening to Little Richard and Betty Wright because I was like, whoa, just boom, hit hard.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know this one, but this is Andre Harrell. He was very popular in the 80s. He was part of, I'm going to forget the group. I think it's called Mr. Jekyll. I forget the name.
He was the one I was super familiar with.
Yeah.
I'll admit that one.
But he ended up being a mentor to Diddy, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call him. And helped him rise to stardom. So, those people right there are like,
Yeah.
you know, Jerry Stiller was like in Everything Under the Sun, and he brought that, you know.
And he was hilarious.
Yeah, and without even trying sometimes. So, you know, just so effortlessly. So, I was a little sad about all of these. That's why I put it in because I was like,
yeah, it was a little bit of a rough week for like celebrity losses kind of thing.
As far as I know, I don't think any of these are from the corona. I'm not sure.
I don't think any of them are COVID related. I think they are.
I don't think so. I mean, Jerry Stiller and Little Richard were both up there in years, so
yeah.
So
we're reopening.
Let's see what else we got. Okay, so Arizona is opening up this week. Gyms and pools are opening, which is why my neighbor was having a fucking conniption fit.
When do they open?
Today. Yeah, which is why he was mad. He was like, pools are supposed to be open. I said, yeah, public pools, you asshole. Go to a fucking public pool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, today.
Do you want to talk numbers?
So we've been talking about numbers the last few weeks because you know what? It's important. This is important. So we are now May 13th. As of April 4th, which is about, 6 weeks ago, if that? Yeah. In Arizona, we had 2,000 cases and 50 deaths. That's April 4th. 6 weeks later, we now have 12,176 cases and 594 deaths. But let's open the pools!
Yay!
Because we have everything under control.
I doubt it.
I don't know if yesterday.
So when our governor was like, did the whole, all the sports leagues are open, welcome to come and play. What the fuck, dude?
Fucking stupid as fuck. So I don't know if everybody saw yesterday. I posted a few things because people weren't, to try and put the numbers in perspective. Because I actually had somebody tell me over the weekend that a few deaths were necessary, and I was like, oh.
Josh wants to know, when did Arizona go in lockdown?
We never really did. We only sort of did.
We did like the abide by the rule kind of thing. We did like, oh, just kidding, we're gonna do a stay-at-home order, but only these 3 places you can go to.
It was a stay-at-home suggestion. It wasn't even an order because nobody was enforcing anything. It was, hey, you should probably stay home unless you want to go golfing.
Yeah, or it was his wife's salons?
Yeah.
Right. It was barely a month ago, really. Like, it was like, so
this is the shortest lockdown I've ever seen.
Things to kind of put in perspective as far as numbers and things went. And what's concerning me is, you know, I'm seeing bars and shit post pictures of like spaced out tables and things, and I'm like, okay, are the gay community not getting this? So here's a statistic for all the gays out there that maybe still aren't really picking up on this. By the end of 1988, which is about 7 years into the worst years of the AIDS epidemic, right? That's 7 years. 7 years. 61,800 people died. 7 years into the AIDS epidemic.
Tell them.
In about 3 months, we've already gone past that.
So the number that I put on the screen, I think it says 84,000 deaths. And confirmed cases is 1.42 million of and we're going up. We're going up.
I think we're past that. I think we've passed the 1.5 million point at this point, I think.
Oh my. I just took this off before we got on here, so.
No, it could be. But yeah, so, you know what? It's totally fine. And I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing pictures of, like, bars and shit with, like, spaced out tables. And, like, okay, come on. Let's be fucking real here, people. You're going to have spaced out tables. Mm-hmm. You tell me you're only going to have one person sitting at each table? No. You're going to have multiple people sitting at each table. They're all going to be like, oh, my God, I haven't seen you forever. So they're all going to be going over and hugging people. And then they're going to pull a chair over to the other end of the table. And they're going to, like...
Or if they're like me, I go from table to table to table and talk to everybody.
Right. There's going to be no social distancing. And let's be real, the amount of sanitation that's going to happen, the sanitizing that's going to happen isn't going to fucking happen. And you know that. But you know what? Bars are going to open and I'm still going to be staying the fuck home because our numbers just keep getting higher.
Kendra makes coffins, so.
Right.
Well, you know.
And I don't really want one for myself. So
she's an entrepreneur.
I'm still blown the fuck away, and I know that people are hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people are doing things. They're just kicking it. I've seen queens get together for fucking shows, for virtual shows. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. That's cool. That's cool.
What's funny to me is that we are the country that has been in lockdown for the least amount of time. Mm-hmm. And the UK and Italy and all those places are still slowly opening up and haven't reached a level of comfort where they...
So, I found this out today. Germany actually, from the very beginning, Germany actually really did things right when it came to testing and stuff. They did a lot of like cluster tests. They would find out, okay, you tested positive. I need to know who you've been in contact with for the last 2 weeks. They went out and tested all the people. So their numbers started dropping. So over the last week or so, they've been kind of easing things up a little bit, opening stuff up. They now have a massive spike. Massive spike. So they're going to shut things back down again because even with a slight opening, things just went woo. So they're like, oh, nope. So now they're bringing everything back down. They're shutting everything back down again because they have to. Mm-hmm. Because even they did things right and shit still skyrocketed. They managed to flatten the curve and shit still went through the roof. We haven't even flattened our curve. We're still going up. And we're like, it's fine. Open the things. Go swimming. It's cool. I know. People are talking about a second wave. We haven't even finished the first.
What I don't think people understand is with the wave, and with the curve, it's just extending out how many people are going to get sick. Right. So if we can shorten that into as short a time as possible, get deal with this. Deal with the social isolation. We want our
fucking hair done. We want our nails done. We have to go swimming. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? It's bullshit.
All my nails are off.
I love it. It cracks me up when people are like, oh, they say there's going to be a second wave. Stop talking about a second wave. We haven't even finished the first. Our curve is still... Like,
I have a picture of one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find...
let's see. Slow your roll. Like we haven't even. We're still climbing.
Like Arizona is still climbing, definitely. And the country itself, yes. The country as a whole is still climbing.
Like there's no fucking like you can't have a second.
There's pockets that are on the decline.
Can you see it on the screen? Oh, it hasn't switched over onto the. There it is.
Fucking crazy. Like our numbers, we have already, beaten out every other country in the world when it comes to everything. Number of cases, number of deaths, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't locked it down.
We're number one.
So, what I need to do is find this clip. 45 done fucked up again.
Shocker.
So this, I say this with all respect because this is what happened. So there was a reporter that was of Asian descent, and she asked the question of why is this a competition for you? Why do we have to be like number one in this? She was asking like a serious question,
right?
And he didn't answer her. He said, "Go back to China and ask them." And I'm like, he said what now?
And why did he say that to her?
And she thought about it for a second. You just see her think about it for a second. She's like, hold the fuck on. Why did you say that to me, sir? She went from like Little Miss Professional to ghetto, and like she was like, excuse me, who do?
The reporter was Asian American. She's actually Chinese American.
Yeah, but I was like, oh
Yeah.
my, go back.
And then Trump threw a temper tantrum and stormed off.
Oh,
He was like, and then ran away.
I watched that, and then I thought, how are people still voting for this? Why? Why do we think this is okay? Ugh.
So on to better things. Our guest tonight is Serra Tonan. She's the current president of the Trans Spectrum of Arizona. She's also our current Miss Cruisin 7, who just competed for Pride what seems like about 8 years ago.
March
we
is
literally
so
went from
long.
Pride to the shutdown. So
yep. In fact, it was happening like during Pride.
Yeah, because I had decided, no, I ain't going.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's crazy. So, Serra, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Who are you?
So I've been doing drag for literally 1 year. Coming May 24th, I had my first show with Juanita Sada at La Paz Cantina. So that was my first show. Was May 24th last year. I just, like you said, I'm the current Miss C7. Felicia was my dresser for all the prelims. So
yes, she was.
I can't dress myself, but I can dress other people.
This is true.
And I am the current president of Trans Spectrum. I've held that title for 3 years now. And I was the vice president before that, so I've been on the executive board for 4 years now. We're a peer-to-peer counseling group for transgender individuals, and we do our best to try to, bridge that gap from, coming out and getting up and starting your life as trans, and then support people who move forward with that.
How did you get involved? How did you start getting involved with Trans Spectrum?
Yeah.
When I came out, it was I was 5 years ago, and when I came out, I went online and started trying to do a Google search, trying to find some type of trans organization here in the Valley, and realizing that we're the 5th largest metropolitan area in the United States, I was like, why can't I find a trans organization in Arizona? This is some bullshit. And I got to page 3, and I finally found these meetings that were taking place at the Pride Center.
Whoa,
and
you
so
went to, what'd you say? You said went to page 3?
Page 3.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And they had these meetings at the Pride Center, and so I went to the Pride Center and went and had my first meeting, and just made some great friends and kind of got stuck from that point forward. I have web developing. I've built websites, and I worked for GoDaddy for a long time, and so I have the ability to make websites function more better and doing the things they're supposed to be doing. So now if you look up trans in Arizona, now Trans Spectrum is usually in the first page somewhere. But that's because I worked on the SEO services and trying to make sure that someone didn't have to go through what I went through.
Nice.
When I offered to do that, it was one of those, hey, can you do this? And I designed a flyer for our first ever fundraiser that we did, which was a winter gala at the Southwest Center actually.
Oh, wow.
And so I designed that flyer and the tickets and everything else for the event. And when a spot on the board opened up, they asked me to do it. And I've been part of the board since.
Wow. How did you decide that you wanted to be a part of this organization, and then now you're the president for 3 years and the vice president before that?
How did I decide? It was really out of I wanted to be the change that I wanted in the world. That I wanted to see. And the only way I could do that was by being in a position of power to enact that change. I realized that, our person of color group isn't the way it's supposed to be, and our marginalized groups aren't getting the support and the love that they need to get. And so that's something I've worked diligently for over the last 3 years, to try to make sure that everyone knows that Trans Spectrum is a safe and inclusive place. So.
Wow. Uh,
What made you decide to jump into drag?
yeah.
So that's been something I've wanted to do for a really long time, and the fear of the backlash from the trans community was held me back a
Mm.
lot, a lot for it. And then talking to people like Freddie and talking to other trans performers here in the Valley, made it, and other performers just like trying to find who I was and where Sarah was, and still working on that. Obviously, I've only been doing this about a year, so still
I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm still like figuring shit out, and you know what I
right.
mean.
Same,
So
same, same.
yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing.
So still figuring out who I am and who that person is on the stage, but gotten a lot more comfortable over the year, and really just looking up to people like Espresso Grande, who broke the boundary of being a plus size queen and winning Miss Gay Arizona, that kind of stuff, and realizing I'm a larger queen and I'm a larger performer. I'm never gonna be a small little wafy queen. I know that. I realize that. Even if I lose a bunch of weight, I'm not gonna be small. My frame is just too big, and I'm always gonna be 6 foot tall. It's just not
right.
gonna change.
It doesn't matter how much weight you lose, you can't get shorter.
And realizing that I'm still sexy and I'm still the performer that I want to see on stage, and so realizing that there is a place for me on that stage. And I one thing I regret is I'm 44 years old now, and I waited way too freaking long to start performing.
Oh,
It
that's
happens.
never too late. Never too late. I think I met somebody that was like in their 60s that just started drag. And they said that they were like, I can't believe I waited this long. I was like, well, you're here now. Blow
Right.
it out the water. What you waiting for? It's never too late. I say chase your dreams and chase them when you can. So I was there, but I'm going to ask this question anyway. What was it like to be crowned Miss C7?
It was a long road. I did 3 prelims before that. You were there for all of them, and we made increment improvements through the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we got to C7, I was really happy with the package that we had together, and I was really happy with the team. And not that I wasn't happy with the previous packages, just I took the critiques that the judges gave me and went, oh, this is the stuff they want to see. These are the things they want me to do. These are the things they want to see in my costumes. These are the things they want to see. So, and learning those things, because once again, it was all a new process to me, and I was just trying to absorb as much information as I could. As you're painting me and doing my creases and stuff, I'm diligently watching you and making sure, okay, that's how you fucking do that.
Oh, be careful with that. I don't know that you necessarily want to be like, oh yeah, that's how you do it.
Lord.
Like,
I told you I can paint other people. I can't paint myself.
But I didn't have an idea on really how to do the cut crease and stuff. And like I understood the concept of it, but practically putting it on my face had eluded me up to that point. And so figuring that out, with having someone actually do it for me made it a lot easier to do, because then I could, and every time Felicia painted me, I picked up something else that we had worked that she was doing. I would focus on another part of my face that she had been working on. But how did it feel to win? It was the best feeling ever. Honestly, it's my home bar. I'm at C7 at least, 3 times a month, 4 times a month. That's it. Really is my home bar. I mean, I love LC. I love Espresso. I love Desiree. I love all the show hosts there. I love Liz. I mean, I just love the show hosts. I love Mike, the owner. Todd's a great manager. I just love the bar, and so to be able to represent the bar that I love was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then, what have you accomplished with your title?
So one of the things that, obviously you were there, and so it was only 2 competitors for Miss C7, and every other competition we did, we had at least 3 to 4 people showing up for these, and I found out later it was because the C7 is labeled as the tranny bar, and I'm gonna do my damnedest to make sure that doesn't happen again. I'm gonna try to get as much people out there to out to that bar, because it is a great bar and it's a bar for everybody. It's not, yes, it is trans friendly. and that's a great thing that it's trans friendly. And there's other bars that are trans friendly here in the Valley. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying C7 is the only trans friendly bar. But it's great that C7 is a trans-friendly bar, and it's also open to everyone else. It has a great stage. It has a great staff that works for it. I really enjoyed everything that I did, and the bar couldn't have been more supportive for me when I was doing my fundraising for Pride. I mean, I had my funds earned within. Actually, we did it at our drag bingo that we did. We capped out, and so that was literally 3 weeks into my reign as Miss C7, and we had my funds raised. So everything extra, like I was helping other people, other performers who were competing for Pride, earn money, because that was important to me. I didn't want to win because someone didn't earn enough money. That just seemed dumb to me. So I wanted to make sure that everyone got, didn't get demerits basically for, not having the opportunities that I had.
Yes. Alex Jean is on YouTube, and he says, yes, work. Love, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
So, what was... I lost my spot. I'm so sorry.
So when you're not running an organization or like being an entertainer and stuff,
I got distracted. I'm sorry.
What do you do in your downtime? What do you do outside of trans spectrum and drag, basically?
Drag is my hobby, so that's really a passion. It's a passion project for me at this point. I do woodworking, but a lot of that, the more recent stuff, has been out of necessity for drag. Like I needed a way to carry my wig heads to the bar, and so I made a wig stand.
I've got one of your wig stands. It's fucking awesome. I've got 2 of your wig stands.
And then like when I won my crown, I was like, I wanted to protect it. I wanted to be able to transport it and not have it get damaged. So I built a box for it. I built another box for my leather brother because he wanted a donation box to be able to and a place for him to, like a piggy bank for him to do trips and for him.
Got the wig stand right there. Look at that. It's fucking awesome. Your wig stands are amazing.
And it has a handle.
And you also just started kind of really exploring your sort of leather and kink side, and I believe you just became a member of the House of Shangri-La. Am I correct?
I did. I am. I'm like I said earlier. My ma'am is Brooklyn Diaz, but I am under the protection of House of Shangri-La, and I'm exploring where that my kink and leather journey goes.
That's awesome.
Lovely.
It's fantastic. And it's good to have like mentors and people to really support you and things like that. So
I love that. I love it. Anything else you want to add that we didn't ask you?
I am wearing my Shangri-La pin. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, my glasses on.
We're both like...
That's better. I'm like, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see nothing.
These glasses aren't prescription.
And my wig today was done by Sir Nate. I gave him a wig that I had worn previously, and he styled it for me.
Very cool.
Yes, all the things. So we're gonna play a game called This or That. Are you up for that?
Sure.
Oh, cool. Let's just say I kind of went a little. I went there for these. I've been kind of. I think she can handle it. I think. Are you ready? So we're gonna try to do these like a speed round.
Okay.
So this or that. Run your tongue down a Phoenix sidewalk, or press your tongue into a stranger's nostrils.
That. The second one.
Never be able to speak again.
Wait, 1 second.
Uh-huh.
So on a side note, I'm tongue-tied, so I can't stick my tongue out very far.
Oh. So you wouldn't be giving much tongue to the nostril?
No.
Oh, cool. That's Freddy scratches his nose. What's the next one? Never be able to speak again, or have to say everything that's on your mind.
Have to say everything that's on my mind.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be in trouble.
I would not be able to go out ever again. That would just be horrible.
Right. Oh, I'd have to like talk to like only like 2 people, and that's about it. Everything else is all. Oh God.
Stuck in an elevator with elevator music playing on a loop, or stuck in a small room with someone constantly talking to you about things you don't care about.
The elevator.
Lastly, we have.
Yeah, then you don't have to pretend you're interested.
Lastly, use sandpaper as toilet paper or hot sauce as eye drops.
Oh God.
Damn. Well, I've experienced the hot sauce, so I'm gonna go with that one. I've had hot sauce on my finger and got it in my eye, so I know what that feels like. I do not want to know what sandpaper on my ass feels like.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Where can people find you on social media, Sarah?
So my Instagram is Serra Tonan, at Serra Tonan. I have 2 Facebook pages. It's Kendra Ann Tonan Lizarago is my vanilla page, and then I have Serra Tonan is my other Facebook page. Twitter is at Serra Tonan. Basically, all of them are serotonin, and it's SERRATONAN.
Yes, like it is on the screen. I actually spelled your name right, I think.
Oh, look at that.
I think. Don't go looking at it, and then I'm just kidding.
Right? It looks right. It's good. It's good.
Oh gosh, I missed up poor Benny's thing last week. I was like,
that was terrible. Oh. It was awful.
He doesn't come back.
Yeah, like my TikTok is serotonin. Like most social media platforms is going to be serotonin.
Consistency. Do you have any upcoming gigs?
I do. We have the Queens of AZ coming up on June 5th. Mm-hmm. I've got a bevy of AZ queens coming to perform in it. A lot of them are starting to turn in their videos to me, so I'm getting ready. I'm putting those all together and editing.
I'll help Felicia with hers, and I'll make sure that it's good, and it's fine. I'll help her. I'll help her.
Yeah, we're recording mine this weekend, and I'm also performing. I don't know the date on it. I'll have to link the date, but there's a Portland, Oregon show that's going on, and I'm performing in that as well.
Nice. Oh, fun! You know what's been fun about these virtual things is that I get to watch people that I've always wanted to see in different areas. That I'm like, oh, I always wanted to watch them. So I watch their videos, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then you get a sense of who they are, and I'm just like, oh. But when you asked me, I was like, well, I haven't done one. And then I was thinking of doing one. And so now I'm...
Honestly, maybe I totally stole the idea from Eddie. I really did. I'm not going to lie. And I give Eddie Broadway full credit for it. He put together the King Show that Freddie mentioned he's performing in. And they did that 2 weeks ago now, Freddie? Is that right?
Yeah.
And I contacted Eddie, and I'm like, hey, I want to do this for the queens, and I want to do it for the queens that maybe aren't getting the video time that a lot of other people are getting. And so my first thing I went out and asked all the AFAB queens. Everyone I could think of to get a hold of, I reached out. And so if you're an AFAB queen and you want to perform in this, and you live in Arizona or formerly lived in Arizona, please reach out to me at serotonindrag@gmail.com, and I will gladly get me a video, and we'll glad to get you on there. Right now we have I think there's 18 to 20 people so far that are.
Oh, that's a show.
That you're saying you're doing.
Damn, that's a lot. That's good.
My goodness.
See, what do I have coming up? So tomorrow, Thursday, I am doing another Theater Geeks show that's being put on by Xenon TV. Formerly Vivica Galactica, who was on Camp Wanakiki. But she put together a Theater Geeks King of Palooza. So it's all of us kings, and she's even doing a turnabout. So she's doing boy drag for it, which is kind of cool. So that is going to be streaming from Xenon's Twitch tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is actually 4 p.m. Arizona time. So, have it on in the background or whatever, but it's twitch.tv, and it's Zenon TV. So it's as Xenon TV. Get it? As Xenon TV. As Xenon TV. And that'll start streaming at 4 p.m. Arizona time. And this fucking video gave me so many headaches. It's cute, but fuck me, okay? I'm never doing this shit again. But I post as soon as it goes. Once it airs on the show, then I will post it on my social media. And the next Saturday, I have a video that is going to be in the next Kings of Arizona show, which starts streaming at 9 p.m. Arizona time on Eddie's Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Eddie_Broadway. And then the following Saturday, May 23rd, I have a video that is going to be in Wild 2.0 Digital Adventure. It's hosted by Mary Jane Styles, who is an Austin queen and a badass. I met her at Austin International Drag Festival, and I got to be in her actual, physical Wild 2.0 show last year when I was in Austin, and it was so much fun. And that should be great. That's got a mix of some phenomenal kings and queens and all sorts of stuff, and I'll get the details once that is all out there. Also on Saturday is the virtual Arizona Pride event that is happening. Felicia and I both have things going on.
Yeah. So
you're first.
Yeah. So at 11 a.m. I always do this to myself. Hey, Day Drag. We will be doing the virtual story hour. I actually am getting books from people that I have one from an author that decided that her daughter didn't have enough representation as a POC traveler. She didn't find any books, so. And she actually agreed that she would want to be on the show, so she'll be on the show later. But that's one of them. I have 4 books that I'm reading, and so at 11 a.m. on Saturday, I think that date is wrong. Is that right? It's Friday?
May 16th?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
So just tune in on the Drag Story Hour Arizona Facebook page, and I'll be there.
And then later that day at 4 p.m., that's also going to be streaming from the Drag Story Hour Arizona page, is going to be Conversations with the Kings. So it's myself, Teddy Michael, Justin Sider, and King Keo Llewellyn. We're just going to have a kind of a roundtable panel. You can ask us questions. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a king to start off. Teddy and I are veterans, obviously, and then Justin and King Keo are
little baby kings.
Very new. So yeah, that'll be fun. And we are still up for Phoenix Magazine's best of in terms of drag shows. If you go to the Phoenix Magazine website, you can vote for you can vote once a day. You vote for Let's Have a Fefe, and our Drag Bingo and Cats are both up for best drag show, which I think is awesome. So go vote for us. We've been doing this forever. And Let's Have a Fefe has been on for almost 8 years, y'all. That's a long time.
Okay.
That's a long fucking time.
So yesterday when I was on with Edward, I said, well, I started in 2007 and yada, yada, yada. He goes, that's 13 years. And I'm like, oh, don't say it. It sounds so... Feels like yesterday. I just learned to match my foundation to my skin color.
Did you though? Ooh. Ooh.
I have pictures. I leave them up there so people can see.
Yeah.
Everybody
starts somewhere. God knows, Lord. We all start somewhere. And anybody that says, "Oh no," I'm like, no, you started looking like a mess too. Don't.
What I went through. I looked at the photo memories are coming up from my first show, and I was talking to Brooklyn about it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so much better at my makeup now.
And it gets better over time.
Me
So.
too. And even after 15 years, like I'm still practicing. I'm still trying new things. I'm still learning and growing and doing shit because that's what you have to do. Otherwise,
Speaking of which, your looks lately, like what you've been doing for the show, on point. So impressed.
thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. My goodness knows this is my excuse once a week because I don't really. You're not performing anywhere, so unless I'm doing a video for something, this is my only time to be like, let me throw yeah. So thank you. I appreciate that.
So, upcoming guests. Next week we have Mary Jane from Tucson's Mary Jane and Ruby Renard. I said her name right, didn't I?
You did, yes. Good job.
Okay. And then we have Bess Tardy, poet and writer. He's been on the show, but he even wrote on his thing that he's usually in the background. So this time he'll be able to be seen on the screen.
He's like our studio audience when
Brandon is here. So he will actually be on the screen, and it'll be Brandon's turn to be the studio audience. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then Sham Wise is the young lady that I was talking about. That is the author of Sightseeing with Sandy, who is the author that I'll be reading on Saturday. We have more guest announcements as soon as I have them. Working on some. Some people don't know what a calendar is, so... Anyway. We are brought to you by Wigs of a Kind. You can find them on Facebook, or you can find Marissa Sanchez on Facebook, Wigs of a Kind. The Burley Barber, you can go to their website and keep up to date with them to find out when they'll open again, but it's no rush for me. I can keep growing this fro. The fro under this fro. You can go.
I'm just gonna start wearing a lot of wigs.
theburleybarbers.com, as long as they're Wigs of a Kind wigs. Special thanks to all of you who support us on Patreon. We now have 9 patrons.
Hey, did you see your fundraiser is up to 115 now?
What? Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my gosh! Last time it told me who was.
I know it did too. For some reason, I'm not seeing any comments or anything on the link that I use. So I don't know if nobody's been commenting. If anybody's been commenting, I am sorry because I don't see them. I haven't seen anything.
I think they just been wrapped up in our conversation.
Okay, because all it says is it tells me who's watching, but there hasn't been a single fucking comment. So
no,
I don't know. It's not showing me.
They've been fully engaged, I think.
I guess.
So can I give a shout out to Wigs of a Kind as well? Because if you look on the shelf behind me, those are all Wigs of a Kind wigs.
Yeah. Get your wigs get your wigs for the gigs. Get your wigs for the gigs with Marissa Sanchez. Oh, is that my walker? She ain't got no clothes on. You're just gonna have her. Come here.
Okay. Just gonna make a bit. Oh, all right then.
Oh, you're not gonna bring her into the camera? Oh my gosh.
Naked baby.
Hi.
And don't forget, if you want to order a Let's Have a Fefe t-shirt, please let us know. We'd like to have at least 10 before we can place an order. So just let us know what size and style, whether you want a crew neck or a V-neck or whatever.
Or a tank.
And as soon as we have, or a what?
A tank.
Oh, I want a tank top. So as soon as we have 10 or 20 people, hopefully, the more the better. Then we can place an order and we can get those shirts done and delivered to you. And then you can rock your very own Let's Have a Fefe tank top this summer because Lord knows it's getting hot out. So
I forgot to mention that Trans Spectrum is not currently meeting right now because we are following the recommendations of the CDC and WHO. So once the CDC and WHO say it's okay to gather, then we'll start doing our meetings again. Really big for the safety of our community as a whole, because we don't want to lose anyone in our community because we had a meeting.
And there's Zoom too. I mean, you could always put together, or Google Meet is
Google Meet. So there's some security concerns with Zoom that we
I get that. Yeah.
because of the things that get discussed in the
Right.
meetings. I mean, it becomes. I mean, it's not something we haven't looked into because we have looked into it, but it really becomes. The security concerns become an issue
I get
for
it.
people,
I get it.
and having only one moderator over a group of people, can be a little harrowing for that moderator, and unless they're super tech savvy, I mean,
Right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Be sure to like this episode, subscribe, and share it with all of your friends, enemies, and particularly Trump supporters. All the Trump supporters, they love us. Share us with your conservative COVIDiot friends. Share us with people that you know are going out without masks. Share us with people that you know are going out to the gyms and going swimming because they're all fucking idiots and I have no problem saying so.
You can subscribe to us as a podcast. You can listen to us on Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and more. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can share. Just keep sharing all of the things that we do. Especially if they say, I love Trump. You just say, oh, I have this friend that runs this show, and here is their show you can watch. That's social. That's social good, I think. But who am I? Special thanks to our special guest, Serra Tonan. Yes.
Thank you for having me.
I don't know why. Thank you all for who watch on live and who have donated to the cause. Now we're at 115 out of 200. So wow, didn't expect that. Wow, that's great. And to Kim who joined us on Patreon. We're going to start putting stuff on there, even if it kills me to do a video every week. I'm having a hard time, Sarah. I'm having a hard time here. Anyway.
That's all right. I may be putting up one of my videos, so if you are a member of the Patreon, I may put up the video I just did for patrons only. So if you are a member of the Patreon, you might get a sneak peek and you get to see this video before anybody else.
And I don't get booked too much, so I may just do videos just to put in the the Patreon. So
whatever you do, it's fine.
Anyway, we will see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation, and we have our special guests Mary Jane and Ruby Renard. This has been Let's Have a Fefe. Good night.
Good night.